Hey there guys, how you doing? This is Joe and today I'm back with the Talos principle to cover yet another Steam Workshop map that has been created just this week by I think a guy named Mauricio. Apologies if I'm pronouncing that wrong again, but yeah, this is Simplicity. This is actually a map made up of simple flat colours, red to be specific. You can see it all around the level here, and as you can see on the board we've got 7 sigils and 4 stars to get in this map, so a lot to do and a lot to see. And if you come down here, we've also got a nice little axe leaning up against the wall, but maybe we'll need that later. But yeah, I'm actually doing post commentary now because I've actually played all the way through this, and I've got all of the sigils and all of the stars, and I'm guessing this is going to be kind of like an impressions. I'm just going to go through pretty much all of the solutions to how it's done, and pretty much my thoughts on the map and how well it compares to the main game. So let's take a look. So this is the first room we've come into, and we've got nice little QR codes on the wall, pretty much what you'd expect. Mine Express, and we're just going to zip forward to my successful attempt here, because this whole map took me about, I think it clocked in about 4 hours and 50 minutes, so about just under 5 hours basically, by the time I'd finished doing everything and kind of had my fun and stuff like that. So definitely a lot to keep you going, and definitely some really challenging maps, but I probably recommend that you don't actually watch this. You should probably go and play this yourself if you have any intention of doing so, because yeah, it is going to get spoiled. I'm pretty much showing you how to do, or at least how to get all the sigils and all the stars and everything, so I'd rather you just play it yourself and watch me do it. But maybe if you want to feel it out, get a first look at the first couple of levels or something, or maybe you're not going to play it and you just want to watch it anyway. But yeah, warning now, I'm going to show you how to do everything, so yeah, just turn off now if you have any intention of playing it, because I'd rather you do it by yourself, because there's some really challenging puzzles and some really interesting puzzles which actually implement some new mechanics that, well not new mechanics, but different ways of doing things that you didn't actually see in the main game. But I'll touch on those when we get to them. But yeah, there's definitely some crazy things in this Steam Workshop map, and you're going to see that a bit later. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. I'm just going to say that straight away. I had a lot of fun with it, like I said, up to 5 hours. But yeah, let's talk about this Mine Express, what we're doing now. So we've got these 2 connectors, and as you can see, I was like trying to light up those at the end there. That is the main goal. And then I'm going to try and go in here. And I've placed this reflector a little bit too far to the right here. I need to like bring it a bit left, like pretty much as close to this wall as possible, so I can run down here. Just going to wait for the door to open. That should avoid it. There it is. Got the keys. And this map is actually it's a bit weird, because it does actually implement something, like I said earlier, like a completely different something I never really had to do in the main game, and I'll show you that when I get to it. But it was definitely weird for me. I had to really think about what I was supposed to do. And but the main objective is we want to try and ride this mine all the way down to the back. I actually let him out earlier because he was next to the other mine in that other room, but you can let him out, and that's what I did. I'm just going to come around here now and pick up this box. And yeah, you know, the aesthetics on this is really interesting. You know, this jarring kind of red flat colour. You don't really see that in the main game at all. You know, you've got like the Roman environments, Egypt, and the medieval environments. But obviously when you're doing a Steam Workshop, you can pretty much do anything you want, so it's really cool to see like a different take on the aesthetics. You know, you've just got a really simple kind of flat look. Kind of really sets itself apart from any other Steam Workshop map that is currently out, and anything in the main game as well. But yeah, we've put the blue on there, and it actually took me a while to figure out that's where I need to leave the blue laser, because I used to bring it up here, like pretty much where this one was, and attach it from there, but that used to cause me a problem, and I'll tell you what that is when we get to it in a second. And there we go. Just need to kind of rework this here. There we go. Get that far back in that corner as possible. I'm not sure if there's somewhere else we need to put that, but I don't think there is. That's easily the best place to put it. Fits perfectly. So now we've got this mount. He's like bouncing up against these two force fields here, and we basically just want to get him through. So I'm just going to keep standing down on that. I'm going to put the box on top of him, and now I've literally just got to wait for him to go down and come back again, because we're going to jump on him and we're going to ride all the way to the end. But it's not as simple as that, because obviously you might not pick up on it at first. I didn't, but you've got these lasers kind of crossing paths now, and they're in the way of you. They kind of avoid the box and the mine, but if you're standing on that, they will interrupt, and the charge time will bring up the force field again, and when you try to jump onto it, it'll be closed and you're fucked, and you're going to fall and die. So you have to do some kind of acrobatic jumping, and that's pretty much something I never had to do in the main game, like ever. I can't remember one time where I had to jump to avoid disrupting the lasers, and in the first map here, that's what I'm doing. So pretty interesting that there's kind of like new things still being brought to the table in the Steam Workshop. So I'm going to jump now, see how well we can do. Managed to avoid that one. Going to try and avoid the blue now. Managed to do it just by hopping, and then we jump off, and there's a sigil right down there. And I made this look easy because I'm showing you my successful attempts at all these puzzle rooms. But this puzzle took me about 35 to 40 minutes to do it first. Pretty challenging. I made it look easy, but it wasn't. And I'm just looking in every kind of nook and cranny. Just that's kind of what I'm used to now when I play these, because I'm kind of looking for secrets, and obviously I've got 4 stars to get in this map as well. So on to the next room. Just came out of that and went straight across, and now we're on Parade in the Pit. And again, this is another interesting one. Very interesting layout to this, so it's going to be definitely worth checking out. So we've got this pit down here, and we've got some mines circling all the way around. And again, I'm going to show you my successful attempt, because this video would run for a long time if I was to show you all my failed attempts, because I did put about 5 hours into this, like I said. So, but yeah, we've got these here kind of circling around here, and now what we want to do, we want to go and get a jammer, which is up here on the fan. So I'm just going to jump off here, and you can see the star in the distance there. It's pretty much what we're going to need. And again, we've got that funnel there as well. I'm just trying to get a good look. This is actually my first time coming into this room, so I'm going to show you pretty much like what I looked at first and things like that, and then we'll jump into like the solution. But there it is. I just noticed the star for the first time, kind of hidden behind like a gated wall at the back there. So I'm thinking, how the hell am I supposed to get that? And obviously, gonna come round. That's gated off. Can't get in there right away. And we've got another kind of QR code on the wall there. But yeah, let's go and take a look at the solution to getting this star here. So I actually let the recorder run. I didn't actually do anything with the recorder, I just made him stand. And then I came up here, and obviously we can't use that yet because there's only one fan, and I've already put it on there. And I can see the star. And this is like literally my first time playing this, and I'm kind of just looking at this area because I've not got a good look at it. This is the first time I've got up here. Got the 6 switches, and then there's another fan on this side, and I can see the star in there, and I'm thinking maybe there's something hidden behind that statue. It's like the only logical thing I can really think of, so do a bit of a run and jump, and yep, lo and behold, there's a little doorway behind. You can pass straight through this statue and just go straight into the star. So there it is, first star of the day on Parade in the Pit. 3 more to go. and I'm just looking at just looking at like the kind of torches on the wall, just in case I can move any of them. But yeah, there we go. That's how we get to the star. Now, let me show you how this map is done, because this actually took me a while. Not the longest one of the. I don't know. It might have been. No, I don't think it was though. A couple of these maps took me a while. Nothing took quite an hour long, I don't think. But let me show you what I did with these mines here. First thing I wanted to do is, if you kind of leave them in the sequence they're in, they will kind of fuck you over, because you need to run down there twice to mess around with the recorder. So what I'm doing here is I'm just basically syncing up the mines, so they're in close proximity to each other, just so I've got more of a gap between them and me standing there. But I've already done it twice, but that's not enough. I'm actually going to do it a third time, just so I can line up all four of them. This seemed to be the best thing to do. Mines come round, take it off just in time, so like I can sync up all of them. And now this is the last guy. I'm going to put him at the front. Just wait for the other three to come around the side, and they'll all be lined up, and I've got enough time then to kind of run down and back up. There they are. Boom. There we go. That's nice to see. And then, as you can see, I've got enough space to just kind of run down, and I don't even disrupt the mines. But yeah, there we go. Now it's important that you I'm kind of thinking of the best way to do it. But obviously I'm just a recorder right now, so I want to do this as me and not the recorded me, so I'm just kind of waiting. So now I've got enough time to get up there. I realise I forgot my jammer, so I need to go and get that. We're going to need the jammer, so we'll take this with us. So first things first, we're going to go on this first fan, and we're going to bring the jammer up. Then I'm going to bring this up. But the thing is, you don't even need to bring the jammer right away if you don't really want to, but you'll just save me doing it in a second. So I'm bringing it up, and now we've got to get a fan on that and fly across. But we can't do it yet, so we need to come in this room. Now, I figured out a sequence on these which will help me get through all three. There's basically the three force fields, and that switch will load a gate there so I can run back out again. So like I said, I didn't need to bring the jammer with me. I could have done it now, just got, come and picked it up here. But you know what, we'll just take it with us. So now I need to use the recording me to kind of get the correct pattern on the switches. And this took me a couple of tries. I messed this up like once, I think. Really fucked me over. And then I'd go down and get exploded by the mine, so just, bit of a long-winded turn. But yeah, I'm going to stand on this top right one here, or the back right one should I say. Just for now. That's going to give me enough time to pick up the jammer again and place it on the one in front of my clone self here. And then that should lower all three gates by jamming two force fields and then operating the third one by standing on both two on this right. Basically, you need to stand on two switches to open a force field, but obviously if you're using the jammer, you can jam it and use one, so it's a pretty intuitive system actually. Never saw that in the main game either. In fact, there's a lot of firsts in this Steam Workshop map, which I thought was pretty cool. Drop down, go back up. Now this is me now, so I'm going to run around the back here and see what we've got, see if we can do it. There we go. Trying to get that on there. There it is. Nicely done. And I've got the clone me on the back there. That's why that third one stayed open, because both of those two had pressured down. So now we need to go up. There we go. And then we're going to take the fan here. We're going to put it down on this. Get the sigil. There it is. Nicely done. I've got a nice view up here. We can see a couple of the other puzzles, and yeah, a really cool view and a really good puzzle. Again, I made it look easy because I'm showing you the successful attempts. But this map took me a while to do, longer than the first one, for sure. But it was really clever the way it worked. And we're actually going to come back here. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a little exploit in the next puzzle. So that should be fun. But yeah, now what I'm doing when I'm standing up here is I'm just trying to look at the mines below and wait for them to pass, just so I don't drop down and get blown up by them. So there they go. And then I'm going to drop down and get out of here. So there it is. Climb the ladder. And yeah, that was it. Successful attempt at parading the pit. Really good to do and really good to see. And I'm actually thinking now, I'm actually thinking of like a different way I could have done this. And I think I'm going to, yeah, have a quick look in there. And yeah, you're going to see it next. I'm looking at the fan. And I was thinking, would it be possible to get the jammer like all the way up there? But we'll show you that in a minute. I'm going to come out of this puzzle. I'm going to go into the next one. And here we go, on to the successful attempt. International Connections. Now the name's a bit of a giveaway here, and I didn't really click on until kind of like the first time I played this. And I did fall down here, and this is where this whole workshop map begins to get interesting, because it starts implementing these platforms here that you have to jump on, and they're all crazy shapes and crazy angles. And this is something you didn't see in the main game either. You know, you never really saw this. So basically just got to light up all the 4 connectors on the doorway there, and you got to like try and find the best way to do it without the boxes and the cubes, the floating objects, like disrupting you. Again, it's pretty weird seeing stuff like this, because you never saw this stuff in the main game, and that's just going to keep disrupting it there. And I'm thinking, shit, you know, there's going to be like a specific pattern to getting these working here. So you're just going to see me kind of mess around with it. Getting a green one there, and I think that is the only one that we can do on this side. It doesn't look like we can do any more on this side, so I'm going to jump on this platform. I fell down so many times, like not so many times, but at least twice, into that fucking hole down there, and that's frustrating. You know, when you're like close to finishing a level and you do something stupid like fall down. And but we'll talk more about that later, because there's actually more uses of that. But yeah, there it is. Not going to work. So I'm thinking, maybe we can perhaps do this a different way. Go on the blue. Again, just trying to find the perfect angle for it. It looks like those sides are completely guarded off by the way those blocks are just kind of going all the way to the edge of the wall. So it looks like we're going to have to come straight down the middle. And we've got the blue in there. Got the green on the other side. Now it's just a case of getting the yellow on there. And then the red. So there's a yellow. Again, I'm trying to find a good place to place this. Bring this down a little bit, and that should connect. We should be good on that one, I think. Again, there it is, nice. So then we've got one more, and that's red. And at least I think it's red. It's kind of hard to tell the colour from this far back. And I'm actually wondering where the hell the red light source is in a moment. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, am I missing something here? There's like no red light source whatsoever, which is pretty weird. In fact, very weird. And again, this is something again that you didn't really see in the main game. I mean, obviously we saw, you know, we did see these mechanics when it came to stars. You know, you pretty much had to link up other puzzle levels to try and solve them. But it looks like in this one we're actually going to have to do that to get a sigil, So to actually get the actual solution to the puzzle, we need to actually start thinking outside the box already, and kind of linking up other rooms. And that's normally something you'd exclusively see for stars, but it wasn't too bad, you know. This didn't actually I wasn't actually bothered about that too much, because this was a pretty short map, and the name kind of gave it away as well. So I'm off to go and experiment now and see if that is actually what we have to do. And I remember, obviously, there is a red light source in this room, so I'm wondering if I can maybe bring this all the way to the doorway here and reach it across. And we can. So yeah, there it is. Now it's just a case of lining it up, and obviously we can go down the middle again. So here's me. I'm trying to position it well here, try and get that on that side and then that on the red. Is that going to be enough, do you reckon? Again, you got to make sure they both show up. Is that it? Is that going to do it? No. Damn block kind of moving left and right into my laser beam sight there. Not really much I can do, so I tried to adjust here, but I don't think it's possible. The angle I've got the original connector over there from the other room, it's kind of like messing me up a little bit. Not really ideal. Yeah, not gonna work. I kind of wanted to avoid like going back to the room just to kind of move the other connector, but it looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do here, so... Although I am very stubborn, so I'm going to try and keep doing it. But then I realise there's no way it's going to work, so let's try and move this a little bit further this way. There it is. As you can see, it's literally going on the right, like right at the right side. I need to bring this over this way, kind of get it as far this side as possible. There we go, that should do it. That's going to give me a bit more leverage now, and I can like back up a little bit. I should be able to reach it from the center. So let's see if that works. Right on the edge there. Just gonna wait, see if that does it. Nice, there it is. Door unlocked. So now again we need to rely on our jumping. And I'm going to say it now. In fact, no, I won't say it now. Let me just get this sigil first, and then we'll talk about that. But yeah, there it is, sigil get. So that is the legit way of getting this sigil. But there's actually a kind of manipulative way, an exploitative way to get this. So we're going to come back to the other room we're just in, parade in the pit, and now. Well, I'm going to do exactly what I did last time, but this time I'm going to take the jammer with me. And I'm going to come up here first, and I'm going to drop that off. And then I'm going to drop back down and get the fan. And now that's going to let me take the jammer across. There we go. And as you can see that wall there, and that's kind of blocking my view from hitting this angle on that force field from the other puzzle. But if I came here with the jammer, I can actually reach across and literally just jam the gate right open. There it is. And yeah, is that going to be enough to do it, do you think? Surely, there it goes. That's a really easy way if you want to skip doing that whole puzzle. Just make sure when you do this one you take the jammer with you. And you can jam the door there. I'm just going to show you that now. There it is, it's being jammed from the other side. None of the lasers set up, door is open, being jammed. I love stuff like that. I don't know if Maurizio intended that to be a solution, because the wall kind of made me think that it wasn't. But it's possible from the from the sigil spot on that map. You can just see it in the distance. I'm trying to get a good angle on it. Can't really see it from here, but the jammer is there. Jamming the door. There we go. If you want to kind of cheat your way to a sigil, that's how you do it. But yeah, back to my main game now. I'll just showing you kind of a different way to do that. And yeah, nice. On to the next one. Now this one, the maze. I made a box float. Seriously, it was awesome. Maybe a little of a foreshadowing there about what the solution may be on this. But yeah, I kind of ran back in and out there again just to see what tools this required. I was like looking at the name the first time I came in here. So yeah, but this is, you're going to see my first time playing this. I don't think I've cut any of this. So this might be the longest puzzle, because this is my first attempt. Just because there's no way to die, I think. Although I may mess up the boxes, but we'll see. Let's have a look around now, and yeah, this has probably crossed your idea when you was playing the main game. I know I thought, cross your mind, sorry, when you was playing the main game. That, like, could you imagine like an actual maze in this game? And yeah, Maurizio has done it with Simplicity, so if you ever wanted to do a maze in the Talos principle, now's your chance. And that's the gate I lowered earlier when we pulled that switch. There we go. Got another switch here, we're going to pull that. I'm going to grab this. And again, this all looks pretty daunting, and it pretty much was, you know. This is a really fun kind of puzzle room to kind of get your head around. And now I'm pretty much just trying to think of like the best way to go, and I realise I can probably do these. Bring this one a bit closer that way, and then line this up with a door here, and open this one. There it is. There we are. Looks like we've got a fan here and a switch. That powers the fan, it seems. Nothing else back here. But we'll leave that going for now. Let's go on the hunt for something else. Definitely going to need a box. And maybe there's one just up here, so let's go and find out. There it is. So we're going to pick that up, take it back. But this is actually a really clever room. In fact, a lot of these puzzles are really clever. And they're all kind of fresh ideas, like stuff you didn't really do in the main game. And that's awesome, because you don't want to be repeating shit that you did in the main game, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you did all those puzzles, and it's kind of nice to get like fresh kind of like solutions to puzzles, I guess you could say. And I'm just kind of looking around here, just kind of exploring the depth of the maze, and there's a sigil, we found it. We need a red, definitely need that red light switch there to activate that. So now I'm thinking of a way, well, we need to get that, I guess. It looks like we can get over there as well. It looks like we can get over there as well, so there's not only the sigil we need to get, it looks like we need to get over two other things. So let's see if we can do that. Now you gotta be careful here, because if you drop down there with no box, you're kind of fucked, and I kind of realise that, so I'm going to bring the box with me. The amount of times I fell down there by accident, or I didn't take the cube because it slipped my mind and stuff, and I've just been stuck down there, and you have to reset. So this is where I realise you can't jump on top of the wall there. Oh, that ain't gonna happen. So a cheap little exploit by jumping on the wall is not a thing. This isn't the prototype DLC where that was possible. This is this ain't gonna happen. So I'm just bringing everything with me just in case. And again, I'm just gonna jump up here and see what's there. Looks like the fan piece. Maybe that'll activate a fan that we came across earlier. So again, don't drop down without the box, you'll be fucked. So let's bring the cube with me. Jump on there, drop that down, go back and get a cube. Nice. I think I'm going to run back now and try and activate this fan. And there it is. I think I spent a lot of time on this puzzle, and you'll see why later. But yeah, this is a pretty... There's no flaws in this puzzle from what I can understand. Like, it's just really well made, and not really any exploits you can do to solve it either. You'd think with these walls being this low and having cubes that, you know, you might be able to jump on stuff and like maybe get the sigil early, but as far as I can tell, there's no way to do that. There we go, reflector. I think now I'm like working my way towards making this hover, so I'm going to come and like hit this on visible switches, like the light source and that switch there, just so I can bring these reflectors through. I don't think there's any other switch I can hit. I don't hit that because it's facing away from the box and it just wouldn't even hit it, so I'm just going to leave it on those two for now and see what happens. There we go, put that down I think. Then we'll just need to hit this switch and make it go higher. And there we go, that's going to activate those two. So that was pretty cool. And now obviously that's kind of keeping this door open, so now I can bring these reflectors through with me. And there's two obviously, so... And I kind of mess up a little bit here. Well, I don't really mess up, I just overlook something. So I'm thinking maybe I can see it from here, but I can't, so I'm thinking, oh shit, maybe I need to like get the other reflector because I've got one spare one now. Maybe I can like line that up here or something, like down this. And I'm just going to try and have a look over this little gap here, and I can see it. I'm thinking, oh, maybe that's what we do. Kind of line that up. Kind of get it straight to that door, and we should be able to go in and get it. And then I come down here, and I realise I haven't even been down here yet. And I see another room here, and I'm like, oh fuck, another cube? What? I'm thinking maybe we'll need that, but I'm thinking, why is that cube there? Because my solution didn't like integrate another cube, you know what I mean? Like, so I think now I'll go and try my original plan. I'm running back here. And I ran back and I didn't pick that up. I'm just like contemplating. I'm like, can I reach that? Do I need the other cube to get it a bit higher? Like, I can't tell. So now I'm gonna come and test it. And I put that down. And that does connect there. And I'm thinking, oh nice, I don't actually need the other cube then. Maybe the cube is for a secret or something. I'm not entirely sure at this point. But I'm just going to stick with the original plan, and I'm just going to go and get the other reflector here. And this should pretty much just take me straight to the sigil. Kind of forgot what I was in here, so I'm just having another look. Ah, it's a power switch, nice, alright. Don't even need that anymore. Or do we? Guess we'll find out later. A little bit of a hint there. Dropping hint bombs right now. But yeah. So there's a cube room. Again, I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I need this cube? What is going on? But I'm like, screw it. Let's just go and get the sigil and we'll worry about that afterwards, I guess. I'll line that up here. They should connect. There it is. Oh, I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't that working? Oh, there it is. Doesn't seem to be opening. Something is disrupting it. I'm thinking now, it's just a technical, you know, just a random thing. It's going to open now. Fuck, no, wait, what? Card blocked to the last second. And then I realised because the reflector is probably moving on the box in the air, that it's not going to be that easy. I guess I do need the other cube just to get it up like an extra bit of height or something. I don't know. But that ain't working. So now I'm thinking, yeah, definitely need the other fucking cube. Time to run back and get it. So there we go. Painstakingly run all the way back. Come to the cube angle here. No way to reach this with just one, so I'm thinking, shit. Gotta run back. A lot of running around in this level. A lot of backtracking with tools. And if you don't like that, you might not like this the maze very much. But I'll say this. The maze is one of the fucking worst maps to restart. Like, the fact that you've got to do it all again if you fuck up. Like, say if you drop a box down, like, if you don't take a box with you when you go into those, like, small rooms to pick up the other items, you're kind of screwed. You'll have to restart it, and that can be a bit begrudging, you know. You don't really want to be doing that shit. As you can see, I jump up here. Again, I'm seeing if I'm looking in the distance over there and I can see like a ladder. And I'm thinking, is that a secret? Like, what the hell? Maybe, but we'll focus on that one later. So now I'm going to throw the box here. That's going to go up and that's going to make that a little bit higher. There it goes. That should give me the height I want to actually get into the sigil room. But there is actually another way you could have done that. So I'm going to pick this up. Now I'm going to take these all the way back again. Back to the place we started at. Back to the sigil. Now it's higher. And that should give me enough room now. But there is actually a couple of ways to do that. Like I said, you could have put that in the fan there, so you've got two boxes high in the fan. Or you could have even brought it down here and then stood this reflector on the box, which I'm going to get now. So one box on the fan and then one box on the ground with a reflector on it, and you're still getting that height advantage. But in this run here, I went for the double box on the fan route. Doesn't really make much of a difference. Like where I'm putting this now, you just stand that on the box instead of putting the box on the fan. And this is going to happen. Holy shit, it's working. Nice. There it is. Fourth sigil down. Room solved. And we're going to cut here. Because I literally spend so much time there trying to get a hidden star, which I can see where that ladder was, to no avail. So I think, fuck it, I give up. Let's just move on to the next puzzle now. And we'll come back to that later. And it's one of the best stars I've ever seen in the Talos Principle, including the main game and workshop maps. It's insane, in fact. It's insane. I can't even emphasize. It was so difficult I had to ask the developer for help, or the creator of the workshop of this map. And I don't like to do that, so that's how bad it was. How good it was. How bad it was for me trying to solve it. But yeah, here we go. This is this puzzle here. Holy shit. This'll fuck you over. This puzzle was easily my most frustrating puzzle in the Steam Workshop. It's just crazy. It's the most frustrating puzzle in this in Simplicity, and I was fucking cursing to myself while I was playing this a few times. And I'll tell you why as we go along here. This is going to be made to look fairly easy because this is my successful attempt, and I think I spent the longest time on this, probably an hour, probably more. And because this puzzle involves waiting around, and it involves precision jumping. Twitch jumping, which if you miss you'll fall to your death and fuck up. So I'm just going to speed this up here. You can see the clock moving fast. I'll sped this up, but I waited for 2 minutes roughly. Now I froze out there and I want to try and jump over this. And we did it. Nice. It took me a while to figure that out. Obviously you can't go through the purple force fields as the clone, so I couldn't go through the side there. So now my objective is to light that up there, and that's going to raise a platform allowing me to get to this box. Now this is where I fucking died a number of times trying to jump for this box, because these are at angles and you have to like place them just right. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. So I've got it, and now I need to make my way back. There were times I got it and then I made my way back and fell here on stuff. Man, I fucked these jumps up so many times. I'm not a fan of these jumps in the Talos Principle. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm not a big fan of this kind of like precision kind of gameplay, where I have to kind of, I know the solution but I fuck up by the platforming aspect. It's okay in small moderation because you don't really see it that much in this game, and to be fair, this is a workshop map, and that, you know, Maurizio is kind of implementing a bunch of things that you didn't necessarily see a lot of in the main game. But I did get frustrated with it, but it was so awesome at the same time. Awesome but frustrating. Maybe that's a sign of a good puzzle, I don't know. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm thinking, how the fuck do I get this box on the other side of this mine now? I can't place it on top of the mine because of the height, because of the way the bridge dips. And I've got to be careful because you can see this hole here. You can fall through these holes. I fell through these holes so many times. I'd jump over the mine and fall through the fucking hole. I'd angle it differently on the bridge and I'd fall through the hole. So fucked up. But yeah, as you can see, I managed to cheese my way over that mine and I still can't reach it. So I'm thinking, shit, I need this box on this side. And you wonder why I just take it on the other bridge. But I can't do that because there's a purple wall in the way, remember? Like, there it is. I can't come around and bring it over there because I won't be able to get the cube across. So I'm fucked. Two bridges, two personalities is the name of this. Ain't wrong. So I jump over again and I'm thinking, the fuck? Maybe there's like another way, I don't know. I'm just running backwards and forwards, and here I'm thinking maybe I can like unjam him and bring him like more this way. And then I'm trying to look for him on this left side, like looking for the mine to like pop up so I can jam it here and then maybe put the box on top of him. But it's really hard to do that. I couldn't get the right angle, you know, especially with the purple wall being this close. The way the bridge dips, it's not a straight bridge, you know, you can't jam it, you can only jam it at certain points. Again, that's really clever. This whole map is clever here. This puzzle here, from what I can understand, there's no way to, I couldn't see any initial way to kind of exploit my way to the sigil here. I had to do this, and it's one of the more time-consuming solutions as well, because not only have you got to wait, like you didn't really see it because I sped it up, but you have to give yourself enough time to kind of like move the connectors and get a jump on the cube there. So yeah, it does it. One of the most time-consuming puzzles in this map. I think my best way to describe it would be really amazing, clever puzzle, but just not the type of puzzle I like. But I can appreciate the how clever it was. So now I couldn't do that, so I gave up and thought, oh, I'll just jam him in a different location. So I jammed in there, and I'm trying to get like down this side here, and I'm thinking, nah, maybe that's it. So I can jump on the cube, and it's actually giving me the jump symbol there. So I can jump down onto that, and I can actually reach and pick up the cube there. So nice, we've done it. That's what we wanted to do, because we need to get to this switch here, you see. And this switch is going to lower the wall over there. So that's good. And then I realised, fuck, I need the cube to actually get to the sigil, and I've just put it on there. Hopefully I can reach it from here. Thank fuck I can. There we go. So I'm thinking I'm going to need to, I'm just looking at my path I need to take. I basically need to take the cube, jump over him again, over the mine. I've just sped it up here just to give myself enough time to do that, and you're going to see exactly what I'm going to do in a second. So there we go, I gave myself a minute there just to give myself enough time to kind of run down to the other side. So I jump over the mine with the box. Of course the recorder's running now because I need the other cube on that switch just so I can get in the door here. So I run around, gotta jump on this, grab the sigil, 5 sigils down, awesome. And I'm just kind of looking around here, I'm just like, what the hell? And there's a pit of death down there, guys. If you fall down there, you die, and I did that a few times just by falling through the bridge and missing my jumps when I was trying to get the cube earlier. But I'm thinking, thank fuck, the sooner I can get out of this room the better, you know. That really took its toll on me. That was a long room for me to do. Again, you just saw the successful attempt. But now I'm just going to run straight across. I was eager to get into any fucking map here, any other puzzle room. Sigil Hunt is the one we came into, the one across from the way. So I need to go and find sigils. It's like another maze-like level. And I'm thinking, what? Another fucking maze? Are you serious? Again, if you don't like mazes, you're probably not going to be a big fan of this one either, but it's a bit different from the other one. We basically just need to hunt for the green sigils. I kind of wish they'd shown up in the corner, but that didn't seem to pop up on the HUD for some reason. At one point you'll probably see me run back and kind of check to see how many I've got. I think I counted 9 I needed. But yeah, and then I see this and I'm like, what the fuck? Because there was no tools on the when you came in here, you know, like it shows you what you're going to need to kind of solve the puzzle. It didn't show you anything. It was empty. So my impression was that I didn't even need anything. And I'm already starting to get lost. I'm like, what? I've already got this one? What the fuck? Back to the beginning, I guess. Again, this is an unedited one. You're going to see my first attempt at this. Just because I don't die, you know. I've only shown you my successful attempts on maps where I can like die and stuff. Just because it took me a long. Sometimes I die and I have to restart. And some of the puzzles in this in Simplicity really punish you for failing, and you have to redo the whole thing, and that can be a bit disheartening. But there we go, another one down, nice. And there it is, we find a jammer, holy shit. We've got 3 in a row there, so I'm thinking, what the hell? Maybe I need another jammer, I don't know, guess we'll come back to this one. Got another one here. We can get this one. Sweet. Got another door we can go in here. And what's this? We've got like a sigil unlock room. And now that looks like the sigils that we're collecting, and that's going to be like the sigil for the Simplicity map in the background there. So you need to get these sigils to get that main sigil, basically. It's kind of funny because when you restore backup for this map, it actually counts like these sigils in the count. You know, obviously when you do the main game, it'll tell you how many sigils you get, including stars and shapes. And it includes the green ones, so I was looking at it and it's like something like 20 odd sigils. I'm like, what the fuck? 20 odd sigils? And then I remembered I did this map where I was collecting like 9 green ones. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of the best way to get this here. I'm like, have I missed something? But no, it's okay, we'll run back. We can use both of these jammers now and kind of leapfrog our way. Of course, if you played the main game, you're familiar with the leapfrog technique. So we're going to bring that in. I realise I fucked that up and we need to do it here, so, you know, back to back. All the way down until we get to the sigil. Boom. And I think there's like another puzzle, maybe 1 or 2 more actually, where I need to do this, so... Again, I'm just trying to find where that is. Ah, completely missed that one before, but we'll take it. Nice. There we go. It's time to do the leapfrog technique again. I think what it's so, I think this the Simplicity workshop map is easily one of the best on there right now. I mean, there's only a select few, and I've played most of them. I think there's only one I haven't played at the current time of recording this. I'm going to bring that through just in case I need that again. But yeah, this is definitely a jarring map, just for the simple fact that a lot of the solutions are ones that you don't see in the main game. And like I said earlier, that's a good thing. But if you do like the way the Talos principle is set up, then you like the feel of those puzzles, then maybe you won't like this very much. But I love it. I think it's a really clever map for the workshop. It's definitely a new challenge, and as you can see, I come and take a look here and realise I need one more. I'm missing one. That's where I wished I could see them in the top corner. But along with the aesthetics of it like being red, and then like the solutions to puzzles that you just never really encountered in the main game, this is definitely a breath of fresh air. And that's either going to be frustrating to you because you're going to have to employ new techniques to kind of get your way through, or you're going to enjoy kind of the difference between this and the main game. And there it is, we've found it. Thank fuck. So now I just need to go and get another jammer here just so I can get in there. And again, this puzzle room applies to kind of knowing the solution, but having to work to get the solution. So it's like, if you don't like running around, and if that's going to easily frustrate you, then you may not be digging this one too much either. But yeah, now you got to try and remember where you left your jammers in this in Sigil hunt. That's like one of the key things you want to kind of take into account. If you lose your jammers, you're just going to be frustrated, but you can usually keep track of them. I actually could remember the layout fairly well to this, my first time playing. I mean, this is my first time playing this. You see my first attempt here. And I didn't think I did too badly. There we go. Alright, and then we've even got one of these in a puzzle. So you're just going to see me try and work here just to try and get this sigil unlocked to work. And I'm pretty bad at these, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. But again, it's really unique to see, this kind of stuff in an actual map. You didn't really see that. I think it was in the public test, but this is the first time you've seen it in something like this. There we go. I can't believe I actually nailed that this quickly, to be honest with you. There it goes. And get the sigil. Boom! Ever since I played the Prototype DLC, I check lanterns now just in case you can pull them. That still makes me laugh. The fact that there was never any switches to pull in the main game, and then in the Prototype DLC there was. This game. I'm just looking around now. Remember, I've got to get 4 stars in this map, so I'm in this in the whole of the Simplicity between the 7 rooms. So I'm wondering if there's maybe something in here. I'm just having a quick look around. Couldn't seem to find anything, so time to bail. Just look and see if I can use this on any other room. Nope. Alright, here we go. This is a fun one. Rush hour. So I walk in, I see this thing contraption on the wall here. See the star right in front of me on top of that. No way through because it's gated off and there's a force field. And then I see this switch. And then I get it. Because I look up and I see the clock moving. It's an actual fucking clock, guys. What is going on? Now you're going to see my successful attempt. And it's pretty much a speed running obstacle course. So let's see how well we do here. And don't forget, we've got the star on that platform as well. So this took me a few tries. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's just like you're on a press for time. Again, if you don't like being pressed for time, you're not going to like this very much. Nice little jump there. I managed to double jump it across. We're going to come to this side, hit this switch. That's going to lower a gate on this far side. And look how close I am. It's like, I've forgot like what? It's literally getting so close to the end here. I need to jump up here and box my way up. And now you could run straight across and get the sigil there if I wanted to, but I'm bringing the box with me. Oh fuck, the door just closed right behind me. Just managed to get it. Again, it looks easy because I'm showing you the first time, but fuck, it took me a few tries to get that. That was frustrating too. Having to restart over and over again. And I managed to bring the box with me, and that's going to allow me to get the star here. There we go. Second star done. We've got all of the sigils now. That is it. Every puzzle done. And I'm thinking, nice, finally. But I've still got 2 stars to get. So we'll see what happens here when we do those. There we are. Made it through. Looks like we've got a star door there. With some kind of secret puzzle. And then we've got this room here on the back left, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? And then there's the exit at the back there. So I come back in here again. I'm like, trees? What is this? Nice little secret room at the back. Not really secret, but... And then I see the... Where is it? There it is. The star is there. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? And then I remember the axe at the start of the game. So I come back. I'm going to pick up this axe. And I'm going to take it all the way back with me to this room full of trees. Because the trees stood out to me. I thought, that's odd. So I began to chop these trees down. And I'm thinking, is this the way to get this star? By chopping down the trees? It is literally the only thing I can think of here. So I'm just going to kind of take my time, work my way through these trees. Pretty interesting implementation. And does it work? It does! We chop down all the trees, we get the star. And the funny thing was, we didn't even need to chop down this last tree. If you just hit it, it kind of recognises you chopping it down. So I hit that last tree once and the door unlocked for me. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, so now we're 1 star away. Remember, there's 4 stars in this. I've got all of the sigils. And I come back into the maze room and I'm in here for an hour. And I'm trying to use these boxes to kind of jump up here. You can see the ladder in the distance there, look. You can see it on the left hand side. That's that little bump just on the red. And that's where the star is. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the star is definitely up there. How the fuck do I get up there? And I was trying for ages to jump on this. I was trying everything. Literally trying everything. Nothing worked. Nothing. And then I think, oh, maybe I can jump on top of the maze. So I managed to actually set the boxes up like this, where I can quickly jump onto it before it hovers away from me. Like, this took me a while to kind of to do. But the trouble is there's an invisible wall around the hole at the top of the maze, so I managed to like jump onto the edge here. This is like the only side I could really jump onto. I think there was a side somewhere else as well. But off the fan, this is the only place I could jump onto and I can't do anything else. I'm literally stuck up here. And I can see in the distance the ladder again. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? How do I get up there? This is crazy. How is it this difficult? I've got 2 boxes and I can't jump on top. So I contact the creator and I'm like, I'm so stuck. And I had a thought that it was either in this room here or the room next door, the Mine Express, like the first room we did. that maybe I need to get one of these boxes over the top of the wall or something like that. And I tried everything, guys. I tried for another hour or so trying to get the boxes over the wall. I was jumping on statues. I was doing everything. Couldn't figure it out. It just would not work at all. And eventually I was like, I had some back and forth with Maurizio, and I was just like, dude, you've got to give me another hint. Am I on the right track here? Do I need to get the box from one of these two puzzles? And then he says, yeah, that's what you've got to do. You're on the right track. It's from one of those two rooms. Explore every nook and cranny. And then he gave me a hint, and he says, maybe the box can go where you can't. And that's when I realised that maybe if you look down here, you can see something right at the bottom right corner there, and there is a fan in the depth, in the the abyss of death there. And I'm thinking, I could not believe it when I saw that. I was like, holy shit! It took me ages to find. It took me fucking ages. It's like one of the most genius stars I've ever seen in the game, main game and workshop levels. I couldn't believe it. Now, because I spent so long getting the fucking box, I don't want to fuck it up. So you're going to see me take my time here and try and get the right angle to drop this down, because I don't want to redo this whole puzzle. I had to redo this enough times when I was fucking up the sigil, never mind the star. So it's literally right on the corner there. I dropped the box down. Is that going to be enough? There it goes. It does hit the fan in the corner. Genius. Fucking genius. Now that flies over to the other side. There it is. I could not believe it. I was like, yes. Third box. That's going to allow me to create stairs and jump on top of the maze. Nicely done. I'm applauding you right now, Maurizio, for that star, because, and I've still not got it, but the solution is even crazier. So there's a cube. I like how it actually bounces into the sigil room as well, so you can't really cheese your way through this puzzle either. So now I've got 3 cubes, right? And I'm thinking, oh, now I've got 3 cubes, I can create stairs here and just climb on top. Easy, right? We've done it, guys. We've got the star. There we go. Let's go and get it. Wait, and I still can't jump on top. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I could not believe it. You can see the star clear as day. It's like right in front of me there. And you're not going to believe the solution for this puzzle. So here it is. Let's flash forward a little bit. Hours of back and forth of me trying to jump on the maze and contacting the developer. And he told me that you have to use 3 cubes, and there's one more spot in the maze where you can climb up onto the maze. And this is it. This is the only spot in this maze where you can jump on top. And this is genius. So I brought all the cubes to this room, this switch room here. And you have to jump onto the actual switch. And jump onto the 3rd box, and then jump on top of the maze from the switch. I was blown away by that. That is insane. And now you may think, oh, I can drop down and get a sigil there, but no, because you have to get the 3rd box from there, so you have to get the sigil first. And then I already got the start at this point. You can see it in the top left, but there it was. That's all I had to do. I could not believe it. Got the star there, climbed out, and there it was. We've got all 4 stars. Unbelievable. That star was crazy. It stumped me not just once by trying to find a fan to get the box in here, but then where to jump to actually use the box. It took me fucking ages. And I don't like that I had to actually contact the dev and ask for help there, but I just had no choice. It was crazy. Never in my life have I utilised a switch to jump. That is insane. But we did it, guys. Now we can put all these sigils in that we got from the stars. So we have all the stars, we have all the sigils. Now we're going to get a little bonus puzzle here, I guess, from all the stars that we collected in this amazing map. Definitely worth playing. Insane, guy. I can't believe that star. I can't believe it. I made it look so easy there because of the editing, but fuck, it took me a long time. It took me so long to get that star. Craziest star I've ever seen. But yeah, here we go. Let's see what the secret room has to offer. What the fuck? So we've got some funky music, and we've got a colour-coded jump game where we have to jump on these platforms and pretty much do a Simon Says and like jump onto the squares of the matching colour it says on the screen. And now this actually fucked me up a few times. And there is actually a solution. This is just never ending. You've got to do a certain amount before you're allowed to get to the exit. So, what the hell? This is pretty unique. A nice little fun twist to the game here. As I'm jumping around on the colours. And this is pretty much what you have to do. And if you fall, you have to restart the whole thing. And believe me, I fell a lot. So a nice little puzzle at the end here. This is the reward you get for getting all those stars, basically. Just a nice little fun game of colour-coded jumping. And this actually threw me off a few times because orange does not look orange. It looks like yellow. So I jump onto orange and, I jump onto orange thinking it was orange, but it wasn't because there's no orange. It looks yellow. Like, believe it or not, that's yellow there, the one I'm looking at, just on your left side. That's meant to be orange, but it's actually yellow. It's crazy. But yeah, you just got to do exactly what it says here and just jump around. And you get halfway there, so that's encouraging. I'm glad they included that, because I honestly didn't know if this was like never ending at first until I got to that point. I was like, what? Does this end? This jumping madness onto the colour-coded squares? But luckily it does. So crazy, man. So crazy. This whole Simplicity was crazy. It's just insane. A lot of things that you didn't see in the main game. And to end it, we get this. And this, I've got to say, Simplicity, throughout the whole main game and the other workshop maps I've made, this map actually made me assign jump to the scroll wheel. There's that much twitch jumping and running that I was finding it difficult to hold down shift and jump on my keyboard at the same time because I had to do it so much. So I assigned jump to my scroll wheel up. So thanks Maurizio for making me reassign my jump key. In fact, you can still use space, you can use both at the same time, so that's good. But it's actually a benefit. I definitely recommend it if you've not tried it before, because it does help, especially in a map like this where you have to jump a lot, and a lot of it is twitch jumping, where if you fall you've got to restart maps. That started to frustrate me, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to assign jump to scroll wheel, and it did help. That way I could keep one hand on the keyboard and one hand on the mouse. And there it is, we've got the sigil. Boom! Nicely done. One more last look at this little room here. Got the sky up there. Time to get the fuck out of here. But there it is, guys. The final victory in Simplicity there by Maurizio. One of the best workshop maps at the moment. Definitely recommend you check this out. So much to do. Got about 5 hours playing time out of it. A lot of unique solutions. So it can be frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. You know, if you're not used. You know, if you don't like that twitch jumping and kind of like thinking outside the box, then this map might not be for you. But I really enjoyed it. A breath of fresh air. Pretty cool aesthetic. Very red. Very different from the main game, but still definitely worth checking out. Yeah, there it is, guys. Simplicity by Maurizio. All the sigils down, all the stars down. It was definitely worth playing. Put a lot of hours into this, and yeah, really unique map on the workshop. But there it is, guys. Everything done. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time, guys.